Let me just say thank you so much for making the time today on your Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful Cali Sunday. Thank you again. I'm really pumped about today's call. It's going to be unreal. We've got Jeremy on the line. Before we go through that, I just want to give two quick shout outs. My first shout out wants to go out to Anthony. Man, Anthony went down to an event yesterday all by himself, didn't know anybody, went to the doctor's tour, sat and learned a bunch. Now, there's not a lot of people that go out and do that sort of stuff where they're willing, I'm going to be successful no matter whether I got somebody with me or don't have. And he stepped out of the box and did it. The other one I want to give a shout out to is Ryan Moore. Dude, yesterday we're at training and this guy is literally got the stomach flu, doesn't tell anybody, has been thrown up the night before, but cannot miss training because he knows how valuable that is. That is unreal. And I'm pumped on that energy. That's just, I'm fired up on it. So the next fire up that we're going to go is right now, Jeremy Wright is over in Phoenix, Arizona. He's laying over there from his flight in Utah, and he's getting connections after connections after connections. Guys, you know this guy. He's a pro bodyboarder, killing it at the business, and I'm so pumped to have him on the line. Jeremy, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm going to mute myself out, Jeremy. You go with it.
Well, no, John, let's do a little Q&A, man, because I haven't had any time to really prep anything. I've just been prospecting, presenting, and meeting people.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you want to talk about. So
okay.
If you could lead the conversation, that'd be best.
Totally. So, Jeremy, let me ask you this question, just to start off. What's the most important thing in our business to be doing?
Meeting new people and getting new blood. Hands down, that should be our number one focus every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter. That's it.
Okay, awesome. And then let me ask you this question. If right now I'm in my business and I'm not making the money that I want to be making, what are the top 5 things that you would say, okay, John, this is what you need to be doing?
Yep, the first one is developing you. People are going to buy you. People look at this business because of who you are. So who you are when no one's watching, that's character. So I would, spend a lot of time doing personal development, maybe about 30 minutes a day, every day, in some kind of personal development. You're spiritual like myself and John, maybe read your Bible. If you want some kind of motivation, something like a Tony Robbins, really, really good, just kind of figure out what works for you. So I'd say 30 minutes of personal development a day. I would say if you want to make it happen, you should be getting 5 new contacts a day, or whatever that is for you. You should be following up with 5 people that you present to, either the products or the opportunity, and you should be presenting the business and the products about 3 times a day. People just who are interested in the health or the business of both. So if you do those 4 things, I think that would be good. And the last one I would say is just work out your body. We are in a health company. So we are a product of the product, and literally we are our own billboard. So the better we look, the better, chances of us being customers. And to recap it, I would say, personal development, I would say 5 contacts a day, every day. I would say 5 follow-ups a day, every day. 3 presentations every day. That should be a true health assessment test. That should be a video or whatever. And then lastly, just some kind of fitness goal, so you're always trying to just make sure that you are a product of the product.
Awesome, Jay. Thanks. You've been in this business for a while, and you are a goal director. You've never had a time when you're at your low, have you?
Yeah, I've had it quite a few times. I think my big character one was when I had a large amount of people go to my second convention, and then the third year, less than half the same people came. So usually, you're supposed to be growing in this business, and I was dying. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. And so I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about consistency. And if you're not consistent in this business, you will have no compound effect, and it's almost useless. I would rather have someone do one thing a day, every day, for 72 days, than somebody who works 72 hours straight without taking a break. Because that's how this business works. It's about consistency. So yeah, I think my lowest lows is when I was inconsistent, and now that I'm doing pretty well, and I'm traveling right now. I booked a trip on Friday, partied in Utah on Saturday, and back in freaking California today for some waves. It's crazy to think about. So how that happened was, yeah, I'm very consistent in the business. Today I got 15 new contacts. If Ryan Moore's on the phone, he probably could vouch for that. It's just been crazy. So, yeah, man, I'm just really, really consistent.
That's awesome. And Jeremy, when you got to your low, or when you weren't seeing the movement that you wanted to see, did you just sit on the couch and just let it get to you, or who did you talk to? What did you do? Like, how did you get out of losing that momentum and go, okay, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, well, there is a time. I think there's a time and one for everything. And so I had my crybaby session, like any human would, and I was really sad. You know, I was bummed that I was working so hard at something and I wasn't really getting paid what I was worth. But at the end of the day, I just looked at numbers. Because girls lie, guys lie, numbers don't. And so I looked at how many presentations, how many eyeballs did I get onto the presentations? And I laughed at myself. I said, Jeremy, you didn't even freaking show the plan. You put motivational quotes up. You told people about a shake. You did this and did that. But I never sat down and showed people. I never got a customer. So I laughed. I said, if this was a business like a Subway and I got one customer in a month, I'd be out of business. And so I just started treating this like a business. So I got sad on myself. But then I snapped out of it and realized that we have $1 million business. And if we treat it that way, we'll get paid that way. And so I just started treating my business like $1 million business. And I kept track of my numbers. And, you know, I tell Ryan, I tell you, I tell everybody, keep track of your numbers. You want to make this thing grow exponentially where it's just psycho money coming in? You just got to track your numbers. Talk to 100 people a day for, you know, six months. You'll change your life forever. But who's going to do that, you know?
That's awesome, Jeremy. I'm going to ask 2 more questions and I'm going to let you go because I know you're busy right now prospecting and making things happen. How you said you got 15 new contacts today. You're in a city that you've never been to. It's completely cold market. You haven't met these people before. How in the world are you making 15 contacts today?
Yep, so it's not normal. I'm telling you right now. And I was very honest, and I like being honest with you guys because I like reading from the front instead of just talking a good talk. So the crazy thing about this business, guys, is that you could change in a matter of days. You could change whenever you want. You know, I got more contacts in the last 2 days than I did in the last 2 weeks. You know, I wasn't doing income-producing activities. I wasn't getting new contacts. I wasn't getting new blood. So how I did that was you just got to decide it. It's my mission to meet people, so I'm going to meet people. And that's what I did. I just found people who look similar to me, who look like maybe they like the beach, maybe like traveling, maybe have a smile on their face, maybe reading a book. And I just talked to them, you know? And today I wound up talking to this lady, Lorraine. Lorraine had some health issues. I got her to do the Shoe Wolf assessment test. I wound up finding out that her son is a professional baseball player. Wow, crazy. I would have never done that if I didn't talk to her. But the crazy thing is that he's going to try to get back to his mom, and then she's going to tell him what happened. And who knows, I might have a professional baseball player in that organization. This will never. So I just think get out of your comfort zone, talk to people, and it's tough, John. It's tough to get out of your comfort zone. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's worth it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Jeremy, I got one last question for you. We've got convention coming up August 27th to the 30th, right? Now, would you say that's an important event, and why would you say it's important?
Yep, it's not important. It is the event to be at. Like, it just basically, if you want to make this business work, if you've invested over $10, $20, $30 into your business, if you've invested time and resources, you have to be there. You deserve to be there because what happens is your mind's going to expand. You're going to see a lot of normal average people with above average dreams making a ridiculous amount of money. And maybe it's not about the money for you, but for me, money is a vehicle to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. You know? Like, I got to go on the strip, but I went alone. What if I got to go with some of you guys because we don't have money issues? That's the cool thing to think about. You know? Jeremy Sampson made $80,000 in 1 week earlier this year. I made $80,000 in like a year and a half. You know, so it just shocks me that that kind of stuff is possible for us. So again, it just comes down to going to convention, because if you see someone like Jeremy, who's a freaking 5 foot, 11 foot, nothing guy, you're like, if he could do it, and he has a background of being a carpenter, and he had a mullet when he started, maybe I could do it. And I think it just inspires you to think that if normal people could do it, and you're normal too, that we could just make it happen. So convention will expand that. After that, you get to hear Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins. That's it, man. You've got to be there. If you want to make this happen, even if you don't want to make this happen, you should be there anyway, because it's going to be the craziest party ever.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Jeremy, so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Guys, literally, this is our second day of our commission week. Let's kill it. There's big things happening this week. I'm so pumped. Send me your goals. Let me know what you're planning on doing, and let me help you get to where you want to go. Guys, you have a great Sunday. We'll talk later. Bye, guys.
Thank you.